Hi, okay, so we're going to go over Catherine Mansfield today before we read the short story, A Dill Pickle. Okay, all right, so Catherine Mansfield, our first writer, is what is known as an impressionistic writer, meaning she's not concerned with plot, she's more concerned with mood and character development and specific situations. In this case, a man and a woman meet after many years and have a conversation, a somewhat awkward conversation over coffee. So if you remember, this chart from previous English classes, where you normally would have exposition, then an inciting incident would happen, like in Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet meet, okay, and then there's rising action all the way to the climax of the play or the story. In that case, that's where Romeo kills his Juliet's cousin Tybalt, and Tybalt kills Mercutio. Okay, so after that, things get worse in the falling action. There's usually like one moment of hope somewhere in here. We think things might work out. And then there's the resolution or the denouement. So that's the traditional plot arc. But for Catherine Mansfield, she did not concentrate on developing plot like that with lots of action. Again, it's more about character and mood. Okay, so things to remember about Catherine Mansfield. She does away with many formal conventions of the story. So there's no introduction, it starts kind of in the middle of a thought, and the story is much more subtle. You have to look for clues about the character to figure out what's going on. She makes use of what is called the significant detail, which is just a small thing. For instance, the man in the opening of the story is eating an orange, and he does it in his special way. We don't know what he's doing, but we know just from that little phrase that Vera, the woman, knows him pretty well. If she from across the room sees that he's eating the orange in a special way that she recognizes. So that means she knows him very well. So you want to look for little moments in the story that are telling about the character. So objects and gestures that are in carefully rendered storytelling that speak volumes about the past or the relationship of what's going on. There's a frequent shift from present to past. So oftentimes the stories don't go in chronological order. You have to be on your toes about time period. Okay, and then there are coincidences and unchanging personalities. So these things make up our reality. We kind of all bump into each other, but the characters in the stories rarely learn from their mistakes. So Catherine Mansfield sort of believed, like, once you are a certain kind of person, it's unlikely that you will ever change, no matter what happens to you in life.